Welcome back to another episode of the Tuesday Panic. I'm your host, Paul Turner, and today I want to bring you a feel-good story from the HuffPost. It's a simple picture. It is a picture of a young man walking an elderly lady to her car. Now, what makes this story so different is this, that the young man and the elderly woman did not know they were being photographed. In fact, the picture was taken by a man across the street at a gas station, but he saw something there that said, this picture needs to be taken. And the fact was that the woman was an elderly white woman, and the young man was an African American young man. And he saw in that picture, he encapsulated the picture by saying, well, what you saw in this picture, he says, you saw old and young, black and white, and you saw male and female. You saw all these kind of combinations of things coming together that made this a great story. Now, when he posted the picture, there was just literally hundreds and hundreds of comments from around the world even about this young man, unbeknownst to this young man who was simply doing what he was supposed to be doing and what he felt in his heart he should do. He wasn't looking for any extra praise. In fact, the fast food restaurant that he worked at wound up giving him a $1,000 check for his action. Now, this is where this comes in with our students here. The question is, do we do good things in order to receive rewards, or do we do good things because doing good things is the right thing to do? And I kind of thought about it by myself, but you know what? This young man had no control over whether or not a picture of him was going to be posted or whether or not people were going to comment on it. He was simply going about his daily life. And yet, I believe it is true, and I believe it, I see it in Scripture, that unbeknownst to people, I think God is watching, kind of like the man across the street here, God is watching our actions. God is watching how we live and how we behave and how we live our lives. And the fact that this young man was not looking for a reward is why this young man received a reward. And you know, we don't know the whole context of this young man's life, whether he's a Christian, whether he is a believer of any sort. But what he was doing a good deed. He was doing something righteous. He was doing that, and somehow this came back to him. You know, it could be a principle of sowing and reaping. It could be a principle of the fact that God rewards the humble and puts down the proud. But it becomes a great discussion with our kids, and I've put together a little Bible study around this story that if you're interested in, I'm going to load it up into my 99-cent store, and you can pick it up there. It's super easy, unless you're, of course, a part of our newsletter, which is the Fresh Impact newsletter, and I'll put a link down below if you would like to sign up for that, because I believe I'm going to send that out to all our folks today. Just stop by the store and pick that up for yourself, that you may be able to do with your kids. And of course, every purchase you make supports the ministry of Disciple Project Ministries, and I get to bring you cool stuff all the time. So anyway, thanks for joining me today for the Tuesday Panic. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you'll be able to use this material and it's valuable to you. If you are a brand spanking new viewer, thank you so much for hanging out with me for just a few minutes today. Be sure that if you want videos like this in your inbox, you hit the subscribe button right there, and videos will come right to you as I post them. And of course, all of you that are regulars, give me some comments down below there. How else might you use this study? How else would you put this story in context of rewards and good deeds and showing our kids that maybe doing the right thing is worth it and that God is watching? He may be taking pictures, right? Anyway, thanks for joining me today for the Tuesday Panic. I hope to see you guys next week on Mentor Me Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.